I have come across what is my favorite car listing of all time. Because this guy is essentially saying, I'm a scumbag because it's easy to be a scumbag, but I'm a nice scumbag, so trust that I'm not trying to deceive you with my... Let's get into it. So I've traveled all over the world and I realize there's different types of coffee for different people. Simple as that. But we do have something in common because nobody likes drinking stale coffee. And that's pretty much what a lot of people end up drinking, going to the supermarket, getting their coffee week in and week out. Well, that's where today's video sponsor, Trade Coffee, is here to change that. Trade Coffee sells the freshest roasted and ethically sourced beans from America's best local roasters. They ship free to you as often as you like, whole or ground. Whether you like instant coffee or want the latest exclusive geisha, Trade's real coffee experts taste test over 500 roasts and use technology to match you and your ideal coffee based on your taste preference and brewing method. You just take the coffee quiz to get started. Trade guarantees you'll love your first bag or they'll replace it for free. And you're supporting small businesses. Trade has created over 100 local jobs across the U.S. through their roasters. The coffee is shipped in backyard compostable bags. You can literally bury your coffee in the bag they ship it in. Their subscription is no hassle. You can skip shipments, change your frequency, or cancel at any time. So if you're tired of drinking stale coffee, visit drinktrade.com/SSR. I put a link right below in the description. It's going to save you $20 off your first 3 bags, which is a great deal. You like drinking fresh coffee? So do I. Check them out. Try the coffee quiz. My quiz resulted in me getting this bag from Alma Coffee. See right here the date it was made, which was only a couple of days ago. It was delicious. It matched my flavor profile perfectly, which is what I was looking for. They were spot on. I think they'll help you out as well. Visit drinktrade.com/SSR. Again, there's a link right below in the description. It's going to save you $20 off your first 3 bags. All right, so it's no secret that I've been shopping for a Lamborghini for myself, but I also always need cars for my rental fleet. And one of my biggest concerns buying used Lamborghinis is always the rollback, right? Because it's always one of those things that, like, you want to just know what you're paying for, right? If I'm going to pay a check, I don't care what I'm buying. I just want it to be accurately depicted so I know I'm getting my value's worth, or at least what I agree the value to be worth on the thing that I'm purchasing. I have come across what is my favorite car listing of all time. Because this guy is essentially saying, I'm a scumbag because it's easy to be a scumbag, but I'm a nice scumbag, so trust that I'm not trying to deceive you with my... Let's get into it, right? This is a good one. This is a 2018 Lamborghini Huracan. Guy legitimately says, as you look through, it's a good, nice 2018 LP 580-2, a couple of upgrades out of Florida, one owner car, checks out great on Carfax, 97 out of 100. That's great. And he has the mileage as 11,799. But is it really? No, we don't know. As you start looking through the mods list here, it's a 0 accident car, adult owned, smells new, garage kept, one owner, and it's been tuned to 640 horsepower by Lamborghini, right? And it's a Performante tune, so it's got an aggressive sound. I don't know what that means. I doubt it. Then he went to purchase from Lamborghini directly to get the PPF, which is the clear bra. He had the coilover suspension, so you can raise and lower the car. Better than factory, installed at Lamborghini again. Performante carbon fiber spoiler for looks, by Lamborghini. Rift titanium exhaust, by Lamborghini. Full ceramic coating on wheels, which is great. PPF and spoiler. Super kilometer filter, allows you to turn off and on the odometer. Mileage in the listing is real and accurate mileage on the car. Installed by Lamborghini. See notes below. Nothing else really matters at that point in time, right? Let's get into this. This is a good one. A bit about the car. I bought it new from Lamborghini. I live in Sarasota, one of the 4 vehicles for me, basically a day, night, or sunny day car, right? I'm the only owner and the only one to ever drive it. I've never launched the car. I don't even know how. Ha ha ha. And I've never had it over 105 miles an hour. I really enjoy 0 to 60 though. The car has been serviced at Lamborghini Sarasota as scheduled. I've recently replaced the 2 rear tires, which, why would you not replace all 4? So you're spinning the tires, but you don't use launch control. Something, whatever. Trustworthy guy, watch this. Car with us, everything is perfect, needs nothing. Exact mileage at the time of posting on 2/12/22 is 11,799 true miles, and the dash odometer shows 5398. You can use super kilometer filter to turn the odometer on and off, but I'm disclosing the accurate and real miles as well as the dash odometer miles. I go to car shows all the time, and all of the guys run these, which is how I found it. I believe that, and I've been saying that forever. So many people that drive these cars all the time have odometer stoppers, roll back the odometers. So the true mileage on these cars is never really available, which is such a scumbag thing to do. It shouldn't be this easy for everybody to roll the car back. But this guy has a conscience, so he's telling you what the real mileage is. So now you have this guy who's got an odometer stopper who where's the log of all the non-recorded miles on the odometer? How do you know what the actual odometer is if you've been using your mileage stopper while you drive? Do you say like, all right, I did 7 miles there that didn't show up on my thing? You have no idea how many miles are on this thing. You're just coming up with a mileage and saying, trust me, because it's got an odometer stopper, which this is the first guy I've ever seen advertise it as a thing in the listing as a selling point on the car, and then calling out the dealership, sadly, for installing it. He tries to make it sound like Lamborghini includes this on the car. They don't. What it appears to be is he had a relationship with the dealer and asked the dealership to install it, which is like a franchise killing thing if the dealership gets caught. Like there's no service order that says customer asked for mileage stopper installed, warranty still good. I guarantee that doesn't exist. And if it does, I just give up on buying cars altogether because that's crazy. But like the fact that the guy's like, everybody does it, I'm just telling you what the real mileage is. And I'm sure the next guy, because none of the records on the book have the actual mileage, like all the Carfax or anything. So the next guy to buy it with 5,000 miles is going to then represent it as a 20,000 mile car, or is he going to stop the odometer, not stop the odometer? It's now the car is tainted forever. You have it's a TMU, true mileage unknown. You don't know what the mileage is on this because somebody was screwing with the odometer, and that's a problem. And his rationale for this, as he said, I go to car shows and all the guys run these, which is how I found it. So they keep the miles down because the cars end up as collector cars and mileage exempt. And it's nice to have a low number on the dash. I'm sure lots of these cars get sold without disclosing the fact that people use these filters. I'm just not like that. So I'm the good guy here, right? I'm the Robin Hood of odometer rollbacks. And I'm doing it the same way everybody else is, but I'm keeping these detailed logs and telling you what the actual mileage is and selling it to you so you can misrepresent it to the next guy. Is that what we're getting at? And trust me, I know how many miles I didn't record because people pay attention to that. You either turn the odometer off or you don't. If you really care, this guy, come on. This guy is like, the fact that somebody's reading this or not reading this or buying this car, I guarantee a dealer would buy this car because they'd buy a 5,000 mile car, pay a 12,000 mile car's price, and then sell it as a 5,000 mile car. That's the only reason I see this car selling. No one will ever know that the miles are not the original on the dash, and there's no record of it on the title or Carfax. That's the point. This is a clear title, no issue car, except for the fact that they disconnected the odometer and it doesn't have the actual mileage on it. So other than that, we're good, right? This is mind-boggling, but it does point out how easy it is and how frequent it is. And I tell you this all the time, never trust the odometer, because the odometer in these cars, so many people screw with it. Even if you think, oh, he's a doctor, why would the doctor stop his odometers? Because it's easy and nobody enforces it, and that's the problem. Cars like Tesla are great because it all records in the computer. I can't wait till every car is recorded by the factory, back and forth at the factory, and any discrepancies are going to essentially get in the way. But you now have 20, 30, 40 years worth of cars that you're never going to know the real mileage on. So it's really difficult, especially given the value of it and how dependent it is on mileage. It sucks that's always going to be an unknown, and you may get stuck with a big bill because something wasn't done, the service wasn't done properly, because somebody didn't take care of it and they wanted to not report anything. So if you're not reporting the mileage, you're not servicing it when it's supposed to be serviced, because otherwise it doesn't make sense. So seeing through this sucks. Stopping odometers sucks. People do it anyway. Rental companies do it all the time. I tried to call people out on that. I even have people reaching out to me still on that. But like, it seems like the cops you go to, they don't really care. It's very frustrating, and it's an unfair competitive advantage, which I can't really do anything about, but it's not something that should really be taking place. I wish people had more, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? More class? Better morals? Like, I don't care about half the stuff you do, but when you defraud, nobody likes a fraud, nobody likes a cheat, right? Nobody likes a guy who's a bully, nobody likes a guy who picks fights. But I just don't like the fraud and the thief, and that's what they're doing. They're stealing from the next guy because they don't think that they should be responsible for something, which is completely unjustified. If you can't afford the car, don't buy the car. If you buy the car, don't defraud the next guy to pay for your lifestyle. And if you're just greedy, you suck in general. Rob Ferretti, let me know your thoughts below. I don't, like, what do you do here? Like, this guy sold the car, good for him, because it's not available anymore. But this car should be flagged forever. And like, take my word on it, I stopped the odometer, but it's definitely this and not this. But there's no way to verify that. I'm a trustworthy guy. Come on.